Hello, good morning and welcome all. I would like to start off and say thank you for the follow to Know I Am Gavin and Gazel7, recently chucking in that follow. Hopefully see you guys in a live stream soon. I am pretty excited today about jumping on to Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate got me into D&D, which got me into board games, so it feels like this is a very good way of going full circle and bringing board games and Baldur's Gate 3 back together. It is a massive alpha with a pretty hefty price point as well, £50. But it's just currently downloading away in the background, or at least I hope it's still downloading in the background. I should check my settings because I've probably got it to throttle. Yeah, let's get rid of throttling. We want download. Internet should be good enough to handle it. So yes, we'll be jumping on to Baldur's Gate later on. For now though, a bit of a sneaky preview for you guys as to what I have on my tabletop simulator. There's a few games which I've never played solo, which I could well be tempted into, but equally I don't just want to be sat here reading a rulebook on stream, because that is not a fun experience for anybody, unless there was someone in the chat who was looking at guiding me through. I'd feel much more comfortable playing a game I've at least experienced previously. Could be Anachrony. I have just downloaded these two mods actually this morning, but since I haven't opened them and even checked that they load or script, I'm tempted to try something I know. I haven't played the Terraforming Mars module on Tabletop Simulator, so that could be a fun one. I would like to give Europa Universalis a try at some point. This is a massive game. I do not believe these solo bots are on here yet, and this will require me learning some rules, but this is a Kickstarter I've backed. It will be something I will eventually be able to stream live on my table. Be a lot of assets. While it's doing this, speaking of things at a future date, let's see how our poll got on. Yes, no surprise to see it hasn't changed. We'll be playing Spirit Island next week. I'll have to learn that one. And I created a new poll, which I will post here now. So if you want to select a game, this will again run for a week. Wow, this takes a while to load up. A lot of art assets. The map is huge. Yeah. It will be running for a week. Again, this poll. I've left a few of the highest voted losers still on the poll and replaced it with a few additional ones. Actually, let's show you. There's the Frostpunk board game, Tekunu, Obelisk of the Sun, a David Zertzi solo mode. They're always pretty good. Actually, his solo mode on Europa Universalis, although I haven't even tried it, having his name associated with it was enough for me to back that EU Kickstarter. Dinogenics and Frosthaven had some votes on the previous one, so I've kept them. Azul seems to have a really good scripted tabletop sim. Wingspan, I've only played it once, we can give that another try. And Robinson Crusoe gets a lot of love in solo game circles. So If you do have preference what you'd like to see getting played, do drop a vote on there. So, Europa Universalis. Weird that this option menu is rotated around this way. If we look at a 6-player game, if that's... No, it hasn't fully loaded yet. Look at all these tokens, these player mats, decks of idea cards, events. There's 4 ages, there's only 2 ages in this. Oh, we can just sneak a peek at that, like underneath. You can fly on Tunis, Noah, Hampshire. Yeah, looks like it should have loaded. So can we click these now? Yes. So it's going to shuffle up some of the events, stack them up on top. We should deal out events and missions. So I have played this with the guys on the Discord for about 2 hours, maybe 9 months ago. But definitely a game I'm very interested in, and you can have an AI bot play certain nations and then carry on. So yeah, massive game at some point for me to try and learn, but I don't believe the rules are 100% up to date in this module, and likewise I don't believe the AI deck is anywhere to be found currently. Oh, maybe bot deck, yeah. I'll have to check and see whether that looks right. But let's think about today. This is definitely too much to learn for now. I think we'll give... Not, actually, let's see if there is a game to join. Hide locked games. Red Dragon Inn. No. We will create... Well, I'm thinking Mage Knight, Underwater Cities, or Terraforming Mars. If anyone does have a preference in the chat, chuck out a comment. Give it a minute, because I know from spectating myself that I'm on about I think 2-minute delay when I'm normally watching. I'm happy playing any of those, and I think we could get them done in about, well, Underwater Cities and Terraforming Mars, probably about an hour and a half. Mage Knight's probably 2.5 hours. And what does Steam say for this download? Steam says 2.5 hours, so we've probably got a few games we're going to play. We could probably look at either Underwater Cities and Terraforming Mars, or just a single game of Mage Knight. Alright, Purple Mike wants Underwater Cities. And I am definitely on board with that. I have thoroughly enjoyed this game and have found it to be quite a challenge. I definitely haven't mastered it in the same way. I feel like the Terraforming Mars, I'm pretty confident starting most games. It's probably a 90% chance I'm going to win. Unless I get a really bad draw, I suppose. Nothing against that chap, but I like playing green or purple. Orange is actually my third choice colour, so as long as it's a secondary colour for some reason, I will play it. But purple is wonderful, and since Purple Mike has suggested it, we'll go with it. Shuffle these up. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the expensive cards. Shuffle these. Actually, let's not use this player mat because I think they're asymmetric, aren't they? Let's take this one. Oops. I'm trying to rotate you. You will not rotate. Okay, let's take the other player board from over here then. I'm just going to reload into it. And oh, that never happened. What are we doing? Underwater cities. Yeah, if we change these to their asymmetric state. Yeah, see, we've always had this one which needed a biomatter. And lots of money up here. This one, it's a bit different. Actually, this just generates some points. That's 6 points. Okay, these are pretty different. I thought maybe it would be the same productions in different spots. I guess we have always avoided this really easy 1 credit, 1 point location in favour of this triple location. Go to that and bring this mat across. It'd be nice if there was an advanced scripting on this and it could just get rid of the other players' stuff to give you a bit more space on the table for all the cards. But it's not the end of the world. I mean, well, I say you guys saw what my Agropolis tabletop module looked like. That was bare bones and basic, but I'm not going to be arrogant enough to assume you guys watched through all the archives. Game was surprisingly crunchy though, Agropolis. I hadn't expected it to be quite as much of a thinker. But yeah, nice surprise. Just thought it's useful to just put it out there to game designers, people with Kickstarters. If you do allow us access to actually try your game, something which we gloss over as probably not being for us may actually turn out to be something we enjoy and end up subsequently backing. Because definitely without the Cascadia module, I would have dismissed that as too light, but having actually played it, thoroughly enjoyable. 1, 2, and 1. This is most domes again, isn't it? Yeah, 7 domes for 12 points would be lovely, but we have to do that. So let's take this one. Each metropolis tile. We could get 9 points if we connected all 3, which seems unlikely. Bring these over. shouldn't have deleted that. Just in case. Teetering on the edge for some reason. Lock that into place. Okay, so I believe we're ready. We've got ourselves a shuffle deck. 6 cards here. Symbiotic cities for points. Different types. Connected city. Upgraded labs, upgraded desalination. Spare biomass, which we have the island out. For extra production early, could be possible. Let's see what our starting 6 cards are. Oh, I did. No, that is not the thing that I was trying to pick up. Wow. What on earth happened there? 2, 3. I'm not sure why this isn't locked. It is locked. How am I picking it up? This is going to be chaos to try and sort. Okay, this is really frustrating and I do apologise. But we are going to go for one more reload. You are locked, yes. Okay, I really don't know how I managed to pick that up. It's locked in place. Well, I hope watching me shuffle some decks around is thrilling entertainment. It's all I've got to offer you right now. I guess this is the equivalent of someone walking up to your table and just knocking it all over. Oh, we didn't shuffle, did we? Oh, I was going to say it's a shame because I was quite interested in playing with that card. And there it is. That and that and that can go. Oh, why do I get rid of the black ones? I normally use those. Never mind, we use the orange ones this time. I am not reloading it again, he says optimistically. I don't know why I keep these other colours on here, because they never make a difference. One, two, 3 locations blocked. Let's try and grab the same ones out. Just so as much as possible we're playing the same game before I ruined it. So let's search. We had this one. Oh, I don't actually remember what the other one was because I hadn't looked at it. I just remember seeing the biomass. So can we shuffle? Shuffle, 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 draw. Okay, that's that. These cards can go. For these. Bring these bits over. Lock them in place. And draw our 6 cards. Okay, we are ready for action. So we've still got money on there, desalination. I think 5 of these are the same. I think this one might have been a little different. So that's actually pretty good. Okay, so we've got for every 3 connected labs get an additional kelp. If we have 3 desalination, build a tunnel. That's optimistic for the first turn. This is good. Credits are a bit low. Build a farm on an expansion site is nice. And Black Ops team, just for the ability if we don't match a colour, which we do on occasions. And if we're not matching colours, it's normally because we've got terrible cards, so drawing another one is pretty good. We want purple. Okay, so we need a city. Let's see what we've got. So 1 additional steel blast up here to start with is pretty bad. Oh, there we go. 1 additional credit up here is pretty bad, but actually, since we have this green card, not as bad as it could have been. It would be 2 production, 2 points over here, or an upgraded one here, 3 points. If we want to get all metropolises, I think we'd definitely be coming up here first. So this seems good. The 2 biomass could be something we look at here for the points, though. Would save us more steel. But that is basically enough to build a city. Let's go that way round. Give that a try. All right. So I think first things first. Oh, I didn't grab our purple and purple. I think we want to get some more resources with our red action card. That's 2 steel blast and a kelp, but we can build a kelp farm in an expansion site. We'll do there. And draw a card. This is pay credit to upgrade one of your farms. You could certainly do that straight away. Let's get resources aren't going to be blocked. This one will be. We've already claimed it this turn. We'll go up here with our yellow card. And we can use our action, which will get a credit. We will get a steel blast, and we will get a science. As an action, get a point and a credit. Okay, I do like that. we could come and get 2 credits and build 2 desalination plants. I think I'd like, what would I like here? 2 labs. Gets us an additional steel plast. It's quite hard to generate. We can use biomatter as steel plast, but having 2 desalination only gets us 1 additional credit rather than any other big bonus. So I think we'll come up here. Let's build our tunnels first. So that's 2 credits and 2 steel plast, plus, because we'll build a tunnel here, 1. No, it's we get a credit. Yes. Okay, so yeah, that's even better. I was thinking we would be paying that credit. We can go there. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'll bring these back. Move this round. Move to round 2. We need another card, which is to turn a steel plast into a biomatter. Not that bothered about this. And we need to flip 1 card. 13, so space 4 gets blocked. I'm quite tempted to come to this space. So we could build a dome here, as well as 1 type of building. We could build a desalination or a credit, and then we'd be looking at 2 science. We'd need more resources. I've got this here. I think we'll use this red card to come up here. We'll use this action ability. That's a point and a credit. We don't match the colour, so we will draw a card because of our bonus here. And we get 1 at the end of the turn. For our resources, we will gain a steel plast and a science. We've got 3 science now. When this is unblocked, we can make good use of it. We have to discard. We can, whenever you pay to play a special card, you have a discount of 1. Nice. Or if you're 3rd on the Federation track. Goodbye. Okay, so we don't have great choices here. Might look at getting this green card. So let's come here first of all, playing this card for 2 credits and a card, and 1 at the end of our turn. City requires 1 biomass, 2 steel plast, and a credit. Which we could build here. I'm not sure if that counts as connected. That could be an interesting way of doing it, actually. What? Should check what it counts as building the cities, because you can definitely build tunnels. Although they don't form production if they're not connected to another city, but Cities. When you build a city, pay the usual cost, take the corresponding dome, place the dome on an empty city site on your player board. The site you choose for your new city must be adjacent to an existing city. Okay. So we can't leapfrog. That answers that. And we've taken the benefits from the card. And then let's see what we get. Okay, during production, a lab would produce a steel and a calp instead of a science. I think I like that, and we did get the red card. We could pick up this card, and then we could play this one. Or pay a credit to upgrade. Build a structure of your choice for the usual cost and advance a space. Yeah, I think actually we'll keep these two. So we get the discount. Which is always a problem when trying to play these cards. I get this production basically as a free card. So the red card, come here, take this one, and we reveal pay 1 credit to perform the action in any slot. That's a great action ability. Would cost 2 to play that card, but we could do it just for 1. It's a shame we don't have points per S card. We could be playing lots of them with this reduction. That is our turn though. So we bring these back. Orange moves round. And one more flipped. 41. So space 5 is blocked. We could go 2 up on the Federation track. Got a lot of credits though, so I think we're going to spend. We'll use this card. Get the discount. When we subsequently play this one, we'll spend 2 credits on 2 desalination plants, which can go 1, 2. And we have a yellow. Whenever you build a connected city's second desalination plant, gain a credit. This is a very nice card. 15 credits can become 13 points. Do we want that? We need another steel plast if we're going to build a couple of connections here, and we do need more money. The only way to get more money would be to either sell, sell some cards, and not sell cards, draw cards and get 2 credits, which is a bit of a naff turn. Or to go up on the Federation track gets us 1 credit. Well, we want to play a green card anyway. That gets this production card into play. We get the discount of 1. We'll go up 2 on the Federation track for the 1 credit. Build a city with a discount of 1. We are short the other resources. We could get those resources. I think let's go. We don't have. Discard, use any action. Oh no, it's this one here, which we haven't got. I was thinking it was a card in our hand. Playing a credit to use any action would be good. I don't really want to get this benefit. I don't really want to get this benefit, so I think we'll actually use our yellow card here so that it doesn't match. We can grab a card and one at the end of our turn. Get 2 Steel Blast and a Kelp. So R1's come back. This moves around. Ah, yeah. That was a mistake. I wanted to build the science. We did go up on the Federation track, so we don't need this. Yeah, made a mistake there. So what could we do in its place? If we built a city and a tunnel, we would get this benefit. We could do that here, but we have no other action card, so maybe we play this one first. And at least we've got the action card ability to build one lab. We'll be gaining at least one science, but we could upgrade as well. We build a city and a second one here. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. Then we don't get. Oh no, we can get one tunnel out. One, 2, 3 seems okay. So we'd want a green, a red, a yellow, ideally. Although the red action can be to build a city at a reduction. We could come here and do the upgrade. Yeah, so let's go 1. What should we get rid of? I think the Kelp. Yeah, we'll get rid of this one. We're going to play this action card. We'll spend a science to upgrade a desalination plant. That way we're at least producing biomatter, which could be science, not science, could be Steel Blast or Kelp. That's really good. We draw 2 cards plus 1 at the end of our turn. And of course we have building a farm or desalination plant. Pay a credit or 1 science to upgrade one of your labs. You don't have any. We could upgrade another desalination plant and then come here and build a lab. Or use this for the discount and get another action card out. I think I like the upgrade. We take a science to upgrade, which is okay, and it will produce us then 1 extra resource. Yeah. So we come here. Which cards are we getting rid of? Definitely this one. We're on round 4 as well. I'm not sure I'm hugely enamoured with this action card. Upgrading a science building for a credit though might be useful. Definitely want this one. And this on an expansion site would be very useful. No, that's the one that isn't here. The one for having 3 types at a site. It is just worth 6 points though. So it's not the worst card to have, but let's get rid of it and keep our options. So we will play this one first whilst here. As our action ability, we'll go 1 up on the Federation track. And we can build a structure of our choice, which will be a steel plast for a lab. We can spend a... no, we can't do steel plast for a lab. Because then we won't be able to build our city, will we? Because we need 2. I guess we'll use a kelp. We need to spend another credit in steel plast here, but we get 2 credits and a steel plast. We basically gain 1 and a kelp and a card. We get 1, 2. And we said 1 science for this other desalination plant. Or for an upgraded desalination. And we do have some action ability to build a city for the usual cost. We just want to go straight ahead and build a city though. Are we going to want that more than the upgrade? It does make this and this space a build city space as well. Yeah, I think potentially that's going to be more useful than just the upgraded lab option. We'll play that card here. We can build a city, which is a credit, a kelp and 2 steel plast. That's connected. Although it's only worth 1 credit to have this city here. Currently it's not the biggest thing, otherwise we could upgrade these 2 kelp and that would actually get us 3 points. Yeah. Is this Metropolis is still connected. It's still going to score us the points, even if the city's not there. Let's go here. We did use this action. We're going to use 2 science. We'll upgrade 2 kelp farms. 1, 2. We should have got rid of a card as well for the extra card we picked up connecting here. I think that's pretty good because then we're getting 3 points, 3 kelp. We do actually gain 1 kelp instead of... Oh, and yeah, so we're getting 3 kelp, which is great. We lose out on this 1 credit, but we get 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on 4. Yeah, that seems fine. We get 1 more card. We do production. We've got 1 credit to biomass. We have 2 upgraded farms, which is 3. 1, 2, 3, and 3 points. We have no lab, so this doesn't matter. We have 2 separate desalination for 1, 2, and 2. And only 2 connected. 1, 2. And then 2 points for the production by the Metropolis. First round 6 points feels pretty good. We've got 1 more card and 3 level 2 cards. We used our action ability to go up on the Federation track. We don't have the blue again. And we're good to roll. When you upgrade a kelp farm, pay a credit to gain a kelp. Pay a credit and a site to turn a non-symbiotic city into a symbiotic city. That's good. Whenever you use this slot, you may pay 2 sites instead of 3. And then more actions. We've got a few actions already down here. This one might be useful. Thinking this one's not, this one's not. Don't really just want a hand of green cards. So rid of this. Though we are very low of steel plast currently. We could build a city with this action ability. Claim it and then look at getting resources. Ideally we'd want a red card as well. Need to bulk up steel plast, which annoyingly requires steel plast and science in order to produce more. That would take a while. Yeah, we definitely failed in our steel plast production. That could really slow us down. Try and grab this one next time, so at least as an action we can pay 1 credit for this ability as well. That would make this spot really strong. Yeah, basically 3 steel plast, a science and a kelp for 1 card and a credit. Let's get rid of this since we're low on science. Maybe this will come in handy. We'll claim our action ability first. And build a city, which is less steel if we use a kelp. 1 steel plast, 1 biomatter, 2 credits. Draw a new card. And a kelp. Actually, I quite like that. Kelp to get credits and science. Tempted to come here with this green card then. Get rid of 1 kelp, get a science. 2 credits, but we'll spend 2 credits on 1, 2 desalination plants. And yellow action, we could immediately build a lab or desalination plant. So if we come here, we'll get a science and a steel plast. And a steel plast and a kelp. And we can use 1 steel plast for our first lab down here. We'll start generating us some science. Five desalination, build a farm for free. We have 4. Could potentially get 1 more. Okay. As these come back, we didn't go up on the Federation. So we finally have to block another space. We're looking at 92, which is 11. No tunnels. Okay, let's come here. With our action, we will go up 1 on the Federation track and build a building. Let's build a desalination plant. We can claim a steel plast and a science. And then using this card, we have 5 desalination. We can use a kelp to build a farm. Still no red cards. Okay, these move around. We did go up on the track. Wait, that was our first action, wasn't it? No. Yes. We can play this green card. If we had some tunnels out, I think we're just going to play this card. Let's get a tunnel and an action. We'll flip this for a steel plast. Build a tunnel here for an additional credit. So that's 1, 2, and a steel plast. And we didn't match the colour, so we will just get 2 cards. And 2 credits to immediately perform the action in any available slot. Yeah, that's nice. So if we use the red action here, we can get rid of 2 steel, 2 labs, 1 and 2. Gets us a science. We can spend 2 credits to immediately build, or we could come and grab an S card. I think we'll build a dome. We'll spend a biomatter, a steel plast, a kelp, and 2 credits for another symbiotic city. And we'll spend a kelp on the farm. Now we need to get rid of something actually between that one, and we draw another card. If you have at least 1 connected upgraded desalination, gain a credit and a biomatter. We do have, but 4 connected farms can build a tunnel for free, which we now have. Around 7. We're blocking 17, which is base 5. We want to do some science, but first we need to get this card into play. That will save us a science. So let's come here using this ability, or claiming that. We will use 1 science now to do an upgrade. We'll flip this. It's producing triple. We will draw 2 cards plus 1 at the end of our round. Whenever you use an action card, we can exchange steel plast for science. We have at least 2 kelp, gain a science and a card. Okay, so if we're going to use maybe this ability here, it would have to be 2 farms, which I don't have anywhere to place actually, so we'd probably look at gaining resources. So we could play the red card to get even more resources. Or we can't build a city, which makes this space redundant. We can do 3 upgrades, 2 science. We definitely want 1 yellow card. We could actually claim this 3 card to do a tunnel first, and then build another city. but we're just increasing the amount we need to feed. Frustratingly, this was the space blocked, otherwise we could definitely make use. Let's claim the resources because we still haven't got many labs. 2 steel plaster kelp, and because we have 2 kelp, we immediately get a science and a card. We needed to choose what we were getting rid of. We were going to be playing a yellow card. We would have kept. What's this? Whenever you play and claim a card with the infinite symbol, gain a credit, or whenever you use an action. I think that. Okay. And then we're going to do 3 upgrades for 2 science. We've got double upgrades here. 2 upgrade, yeah, and 2 there. That gets us lots of money. So this is already upgraded, so we just need 3. 1. 2. 3. So we're getting lots of biomatter, and we've got 4 upgraded desalination. There's nothing for biomatters. This might be a card we want. Probably this money one will be a card we want. Awesome, so let's move to production. From our card, we have 2 kelp and a credit. Kelp farms, we have 2 upgraded in the same city as 3 kelp and 3 points. And then 1, 2 additional kelp. Desalination, we have 1 upgraded, which is a credit. Biomatter, 2 upgraded here. Now, did I upgrade the wrong one? Did, didn't I? Yeah, because we... There's a lot of weird things happening with these discs. Fairly certain that's right. So this one should have just been we have 2 pairs, which is 4 biomatter and 6 credits. 1, 2, 3 credits. And this one's tripled, which is 3 credits, 3 points. For labs, we have 1, 2, 3, which is 3 science. We can turn and get 2 science, a steel blast, and a kelp. We need to get rid of 4 kelp. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is very tempting. It's not often I have lots of kelp left over at the end. And 2 points from here. Okay, so we want to grab these S's because they're gonna get blocked. I think at most we can claim 2 unless we get messed up by not going on the Federation track. Oh, the yellow. Science for a point. You have 3 steel blast, gain a steel blast. I think I definitely want that. Get rid of this. This is useful. This is useful. So this can go. We still need 3 cities and a lot of tunnels, which is a problem. Okay, so let's start off with some tunnel action. We go up here, we use this card, so we've got 3 steel plaster, we'll gain 1 more. Should have had at least 4. I must have misclicked at one point. Because it's 1, 2, 3 labs. Gets us 1 and we dump to science. So then 2 tunnels is 2 steel plast, 2 credits. And we want a dome here. Then we'll get the resources back. That'd be 1, 2. So we'll probably have to skip this spot. Go 3, 4, 5, 6 tunnels if we want to connect everything. This would be 4 points if we just connected to it. We do have biomatter. This could be 2 steel as well. Let's come here. We know we want to come over this way. So let's do those 2. Okay, still no red ability. But I want to use this green card for the free tunnel. So we will build our city. We'll build it in here using a biomatter, 1 steel plast, 1 kelp, 2 credits, but we will gain a credit as steel plast. And then 4 farms, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, we can have an additional tunnel. So if we go here, we're after the 6 points, but losing out on this. Unless we're building extra cities. We're definitely not having 1 here. I think if we skip these 2 and build 2 cities here, we could build another tunnel down there. That's fine. Credit to build a tunnel, that's fairly nice. But I think while it's available, we're going to claim 1 of these and we go to this card. Doesn't match, so we're going to draw 1 extra plus 1 card at the end of the round. And we've got a lot of kelp, so we could build more farms. Generating 3, 4, 5 kelp at the moment, 6, 7 kelp. Whatever kelp we're left with is what we're going to have at the end to trade in. We'd want 10. So unless we built farms and upgraded them, we're not going to get much further on this. I think we're definitely going to be getting 15 credits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15, 16 credit production already. So yeah, this is definitely happening. We'll take that while it's available. We can play it for only 2 credits as well, which is worthwhile. We need to discard before our turn. Let's see what gets blocked. So we need to flip another card. And it's 12. Which I think I'm alright with. So we're definitely keeping this one. The tunnel. We need 2 more tunnels, so it means we could do it here with a red instead of coming up here. Or we've got a tunnel action. So yeah, we could come to this space instead of this. But we don't have red cards, so that's not great. Get a credit and a biomatter. Pay a credit to use 1 or 2 of your action cards. That's strong. We're probably okay for steel plast. Actually, no, if we've got 2 more cities. And then, yeah, we could use a biomatter as a steel plast. So actually, yeah, we could be fine. So we'll get rid of this. This is a free biomatter and it's just something different. This means we could build a tunnel for a credit less, but this would save us actions. So I think we'll go with these. We need 2 more cities built, and we definitely want to get this card done, so we can come here. And use this ability for 2 credits. The city itself will have to go here, so it's a biomatter, steel plaster kelp, and 2 credits. So the other one that's worth a lot to us actually would be the symbiotic, because we can build basically 5 symbiotic cities, which is something we didn't score points for last round. We had 3, which should have been 6 points. Or have we built one this round? We might have. Let's take 2 off. Might have been hard on ourselves. For that scoring, we're definitely going to get those 13 points. That feels good. Got a desalination on an expansion site. Fantastic. That boosts this up to maximum points. If we're claiming 1 more S card, we're going to want to go there anyway. Do want desalination plants also here to give points. We could do that with this action card. We spend our 2 credits on 2 desalination. And then 1 credit lets us use 2 action abilities. We use the action to build a city. That's kelp, steel plast, biomatter, and 2 credits. Another symbiotic city, which would cost us 2 credits, 2 science for 6 points. We are then a little bit low on money, so we will flip this one for 1 credit and a point. It was the cost of playing the card anyway, that 1 credit. You may use one of your action cards. After this use, it remains available. So we could use this ability twice, 2 buildings. We could get 2 kelp farms out. We do need 2 tunnels, and we do have exactly enough for that. Desalination site costs credits. So I think what we'd do is use this double tunnel instead of this one to gain a credit and a biomatter as our bonus. 2 tunnels we want to steal and a credit for one, and then we'll have to use a biomatter and a credit for the other. We connect 1, 2. We could build 2 tunnels to connect here. Gets us a point's worth of biomatter and 2 points because of this, but I'm thinking probably not. Alright, so we're into the final round. We didn't go up on the track, so something is going to get blocked, but 1, 2, 5, number 8. So we can claim. Where's our other one? The wrong colour. We can claim special card, which would also let us build a desalination, but would have not enough credits to play it unless we also get 2 credits from discarding a card. What's worthwhile? I think it's definitely worth getting this yellow card, isn't it? It's 10 extra points. So we'll play our red card and build a desalination plant for 1 credit here. And a special card, this one. And we'll pick up another card. We are just going to throw a card away, doesn't matter which, for 2 credits. We are going to gain 2 more cards, but again, it doesn't matter what they are. They're not going to get us as many points as just building this. So we can't build 2 tunnels. Because we need the credits. So I think we'll come here. We use our 2 credits before I forget to play this card. We can get doesn't really matter what, because we can't get a 3rd. I think that's an expansion site, yeah. So if we use this ability, we'll go up on 1 and we can build a building of our choice. Which, oh, let's get another kelp farm just so we aren't starving, but I'm pretty certain we won't be. And our resources, we can just get a steel plant so we're not on 0, and science. And that ends our game. Production. Let's make sure we follow this in order so I don't forget everything this time. We need to do farms. We have 1, 2, 3 normal farms for 3 kelp. And 2 double together, which is 3 and 3 points. Desalination, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 normal. And 2 pairs of these. So that's 6 credits. 4 biomatter. Labs, we have 1, 2, 3 for 3 science. And we'll Trade 1 science for a steel blast and a kelp. Tunnels, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tunnels. And a triple tunnel, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Get 2 kelp and a coin. We need to, get 10 points. Having 5 symbiotic and then spend 7 kelp. Yeah, this one seems like it's hard to get that many of unless you've really got lots of double farms, which I guess is a good strategy because double farms do get you points as well. Once you're making a surplus, putting them out is pretty easy. Yeah, maybe that's something we could try at some point, especially if the scoring objective for double farms is there as well. I could imagine that would be a great combo. So production cards done. Refresh actions is okay, and then Metropolis we get 2 points here. Okay, grab our scoring card, end game. This Metropolis will get us 2 per Metropolis, which is, 3 per Metropolis. We've got 2 connected for 6 points. Timed cards. So we have 15 credits we can spend, so we're going to have 7 left. Which is massive 13 points. 1, 2, 3. And 10 points for all these symbiotic domes. We will then get 2 points. Yeah, I don't know why we didn't put a dome in there, just forgot he existed. Could have had one more science resource. 2 points for this dome. And just a 3-point dome here. Having 1 connected, so that's 5. Domes of 2 types, we've got 1, 2, 3. Those are worth 4 points each, so 12 points. And then domes with all 3 is 6 points, which is 1, 2 domes, so that's 12 points. 101, fantastic. And then we just trade all these other resources in. We've got 10 credits worth here, 22, 29 credits, 28 would be 7 points. Whew, so 108, pretty close at the end there. We haven't had a big old comfortable score, but I think I'm 2 from 4, 2 from 5. So like a 40% success rate on this game. This one felt a bit more comfortable than I thought, considering we were getting no steel blast income. But it isn't the hardest thing to come by. 2 steel blast here is pretty good. And I think we got fairly lucky with a few of these cards just giving us steel blast or a free tunnel, things like that. Yeah, still thoroughly enjoying the game. I have been going an hour and a half without even taking a single sip of drink, so let's just hydrate. And how are we getting on? So the timing on download still says we've got about an hour and a quarter, so we can wrap up this game and still probably get something else in. So if those of you in the viewing gallery have a suggestion of something we could do, I mean, we can probably get in another Underwater Cities, look at terraforming Mars, or maybe a Blitz conquest on Mage Knight, but certainly not a full conquest.